Hey guys, it's me, AvaConda, and today I'm filming a kind of stripped down video. I'm also making another video right now, so if I look the same in another video, which will be the Deadpool video, don't judge me. I'm not being a bum. I scratched my cornea, so I can't wear makeup or contacts right now. So I'm just kind of doing like a stripped down t-shirt, no lights. Just kind of reading some facts about the Han Solo movie. And I'm reading this list from inafaraway.galaxy.com. It is 32 bits of trivia about the Han Solo movie and a couple of Easter eggs. And then I will read a second smaller list. It's like 5 things you should know about the movie. So, spoiler alert! Super spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie or don't want spoilers. Don't watch this until after you've seen it, but still watch it. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. Trivia from the Han Solo prequel film. Despite its massive commercial and critical success, the Han Solo movie will always be the Star Wars movie where the directors got fired and Ron Howard came in and saved the day. Given that drama and the need to rework the movie, there is plenty of trivia about the making of the movie to satisfy even the keenest of Star Wars fact fans. I apologize for butchering every name in here. Alden Ehrenreich was the first actor to audition for directors Phil Lord and Christopher Miller. They saw many other actors, but Alden made a lasting impression. The script was written by Lawrence Kasdan and his son John Kasdan. This means that Lawrence has had a hand in writing 4 Star Wars films: Empire, Jedi, TFA, and this one. TFA being The Force Awakens. Number 3, Phil Lord and Christopher Miller were fired by Kathleen Kennedy, the head of Lucasfilm, but only 3 weeks away from finishing principal photography on June 2017. They are in good company, as Kennedy also removed Colin Trevorrow from the Star Wars 4 project. Instead, J.J. Abrams is back for a second turn at directing to finish the story that he started. Numero 4. Miller and Lord's removal paved the way for Ron Howard to finish the film and even reshoot many scenes. This means that this is the first Star Wars film to ever have been directed by an Academy Award-winning director. Howard won the Golden Gong for A Beautiful Mind. George Lucas was nominated for the award with A New Hope, which means he was the first Oscar-nominated director of Star Wars when he directed Phantom Menace. Ron Howard famously turned down George Lucas's offer to direct Phantom Menace. He also famously defended the movie and its young star. Howard had previously directed Lucasfilm's Willow production. Howard, of course, starred in the George Lucas film American Graffiti and its sequel. Number 6. This is the second Star Wars anthology movie to be made following the release of Rogue One. It was intended to be the 3rd, but Josh Trank's supposed Boba Fett movie was delayed after he left the project. Number 7. It is the 5th Star Wars prequel. Yeah, it is. It's pretty cool. Number 8. It is the second film to not have a lightsaber fight. Realize that at all. Number 9. John Howell composed the film score. He is an experienced composer and has an Academy Award nomination for his How to Train Your Dragon score. This means Howell is only the 3rd composer on a Star Wars film after John Williams and Michael Giacchino in Rogue One. I have cat hair like my soul. Number 10. Woody Harrelson was picked over Christian Bale as Solo's mentor, Beckett. Solo is the second time he's been in a Ron Howard directed film. The first was Ed TV. Woody Harrelson was amazing in the movie. If you haven't seen it, he was awesome. I love Woody Harrelson. 11. That's a tongue twister. 11. Number 11. While some fans have guessed that Solo is presumably the movie that Josh Trank had been hired to direct until he was removed from the job due to a rumored poor on and off set performance during the ill-fated Fantastic Four reboot, this is not the case. Trank's film was likely a Boba Fett story. Either way, Kathleen Kennedy has confirmed they changed the order of the anthology films, confirming that Trank was not directing the Solo movie. Number 12. The working title used during the film was Red Cup, a reference to the plastic red Solo cups that are popular for drinking beer from kegs at parties. The theme of the Imperial March can be heard playing on the recruitment film featured at the beginning of the film before Han signs up to the Empire. I didn't notice that. Number 13. This is the first live-action Star Wars film, this is crazy, to not feature C-3PO or R2-D2. And it was still awesome. It really was. But I didn't realize because it had Chewbacca, so I was satisfied. Number 14. Michael Kenneth Williams was originally cast in the film and shot scenes, but he was unable to return to the set, and his role as CGI character was removed. Instead, Paul Bettany was brought in by Howard, and the role was filmed in person. Bettany had a major role in Howard's A Beautiful Mind, so they already had the connection. Bettany is also quite popular at this time due to his role as Jarvis and the Vision in the Avenger movies. Number 15. 30-odd years since Howard directed Warwick Davis in Willow, he directed him again in yet another cameo performance in a Star Wars film. 16. This is Jonas Sutomo's second full gig playing Chewbacca after his first turn in The Last Jedi. I didn't know that. Sutomo played Chewbacca officially as a body double in The Force Awakens. It is speculated he did any parts where Chewbacca was walking. This was due to the ill health and bad knees of the original Chewbacca, Peter Mayhew. That makes sense. I can get behind that. Dryden Voss has a set of Mandalorian battle armor in his collection on his yacht. This is the same style of armor made famous by bounty hunter Boba Fett. 18. The movie establishes that Chewbacca is 190 years old. Really? Look great. Number 19. The Golden Idol, or the Fidelity Idol, from the opening scene of Raiders of the Lost Ark, can be seen sitting on a table in the meeting room of Paul Bettany's character Dryden Voss. It's a tribute to Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones, and of course is the original Han Solo. I did not notice that. I'm not that good with Easter eggs. Number 20. Michael Kenneth Williams took part in the initial round of filming. However, he was unavailable for reshoots, which meant that he was replaced with Paul Bettany as Dryden Voss. Number 21. Tobias Beckett's character was in part inspired by Long John Silver in Robert Louis Stevenson's Treasure Island. Silver had a relationship with Jim Hawkins, and the Solo-Beckett relationship mirrors that. In the same vein, scriptwriters also likened the relationship to that of Val Kilmer's and Bobby De Niro's characters' relationships in Michael Mann's Heat. 22. Emilia Clarke made her name as the Mother of Dragons in Game of Thrones. Her appearance in this film means she is the 10th actor from the series to have played a part in Star Wars. Didn't realize that either. Many of those roles were cameos, however, Clarke's role is a starring part as Kira, a love interest for Han. Number 23. This is the first Star Wars film to not use the word Jedi. The first Star Wars film ever to not use the word Jedi. That is crazy. But you don't realize these things while the movie's happening, but you read it and you're like, oh my gosh. Number 24. It spans 6 years, meaning it has the longest time frame of any Star Wars movie. The opening scene from Rogue One excluded. Number 25. It is the first Star Wars film to not feature a Skywalker of any kind. Again, like, kind of obvious because it's about Han Solo, but still crazy. Like, every movie up until now has had a Skywalker, and like, oh man. And R2-D2 or C-3PO, like, that's just crazy. And the word Jedi like a billion times. Number 26. Warwick Davis reprised his role as Weasel from The Phantom Menace. He played the same character as a member of Ina's Nest's gang of marauders. Did you spy the dice in Han's Landspeeder? They are the ones that make it up on the Falcon. They become a minor plot point in The Last Jedi and can be seen in a deleted scene of The Force Awakens. Val, number 28. Val mentions Bosk. This is the bounty hunter seen in The Empire Strikes Back. This film was Lawrence, number 29. Keep forgetting number 29. This film was Lawrence Kasdan's 4th screenwriting credit for a Star Wars. Number 30. Enfy's Nest character name leaked due to promotional material slipping out. She's a pirate that leads the gang known as the Cloud Riders. Number 31. The planet Mimban, which Han finds himself on, was first referenced in the first Star Wars Extended Universe novel, Splinter of the Mind's Eye. This movie also made a lot of references to other movies. Number 32. Han shot first. Han shot first here. Han shot first every time. Let's get that pretty clear. Han shot first. That's what he does. So that's it for that list. I have just a quick one here. Kind of quick. It says 5 Star Wars fact fans should know. I need coffee. 5 Star Wars facts fans should know before seeing Solo, a Star Wars story. And this one is from EliteDaily.com. So I'll just read the intro and then I'll read the facts. So, Solo, a Star Wars story was the second standalone anthology film that Lucasfilm has attempted since Disney took the reins. The first, Rogue One, a Star Wars story, was a one-shot deal with no prequel and no sequel. Well, okay, maybe one could consider A New Hope, the direct sequel that showed how the plans for the Death Star came to Princess Leia. Now we have Solo, which shows how Han Solo came to be who he is. Before heading to the theater, here are some Star Wars facts to know ahead of Star Wars Solo, a Star Wars story. I'm losing my mind today. I need caffeine. One of the biggest is that Solo was actually a long time coming. Before Lucasfilm came to a deal with Disney in 2012, they were looking at other options, including having George Lucas start up the film production arm again for live-action films without help. They would be the first since 2005's Revenge of the Sith. In preparation for that, Lucas himself wrote a treatment for Star Wars Episode 7. Meanwhile, he hired his own friend Lawrence Kasdan to come in and put together a script for a standalone Han Solo movie. Then the Disney deal came through and Kasdan got moved over to writing the new Episode 7 for his new bosses, but Kathleen Kennedy liked the Solo concept and held on to it, and the rest is history. Okay, fact number 1. Han Solo's home planet is Corellia. Prior to Disney taking over the Star Wars University, there were dozens upon dozens of novels which made up a Lucasfilm-sanctioned expanded universe. In them, Han Solo's entire life story was sketched out from his home planet to his death. These books have passed into legends under Disney, but the movie is keeping some of the core concepts, including Han's home planet of Corellia. In the original idea, the planet was the head of its sector and occupied by Imperial forces as a show of strength to those around them. Here it's more of a backwater, a planet that's fallen on hard times and straining under Imperial rule that strips it of its natural resources while giving nothing back. 2. Solo is set 10 years before A New Hope. In terms of timeline, this is the earliest the reboots have gone back in time towards the dreaded prequels of the early aughts. In the Disney-approved novelization of the final years of the war, the growing empire before the rise of Darth Vader, Chewie is part of the fight and is 180 years of age. In the Solo trailer, Chewie announces he's 190, giving fans an exact timeline. There are 19 years between the end of Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, so this falls smack dab in between them. Lando won the Millennium Falcon in a game of sabacc. The Millennium Falcon is actually seen in the prequels owned by someone else, so it's an odd ship, so it's an old ship even before Han ever sets eyes on her. But the current owner, Lando, has been taking very good care of his baby. She's his classic car, the kind you get detailed on a regular basis in the interior and exterior gleam. It's important to note that Lando won his baby by playing a game of cards known as sabacc. Sabacc is a very well-known gambling game in the galaxy, and there are tourneys every year. Is that really an abbreviation for tournaments? Tourneys. It's at least one of those tournaments that Han originally meets Lando and convinces him to join their mission. I think we're on fact number 4. I don't know, the facts don't have numbers, so I'll just keep listing the facts. It's a space western. Solo isn't like the other Star Wars films we've seen so far. Those have been what one might call space operas, tragic tales of family sagas that stretch over generations and galaxies. But a space opera wasn't what Lucas originally set out to do. His original concept comes from 1950s westerns, just set in space. That famous crawl at the beginning of every Star Wars movie taken directly from an old-time western. Didn't know that. Solo is the first time anyone at Lucasfilm has taken a crack at what Lucas's original core idea was, complete with a band of outlaws, a desperate heist, a train, and a soundtrack that sounds like Indiana Jones in space. Solo could be the first of its own trilogy. Don't even say it. Alden Ehrenreich revealed recently that Lucasfilm didn't sign him for a single film, they signed him for a potential 3 films. So although this is the second standalone anthology film, movies which are supposed to dot the landscape between trilogies, don't expect everyone to die at the end of this one like they did in Rogue One. No spoiler. After all, 3 of them need to live to get to A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. That is very true. But more importantly, Lucasfilm sees this as an opportunity to turn yet another angle of the Star Wars universe into a trilogy. After all, trilogies are what they do best. Okay, guys, that was the end of that one. And I hope you guys liked this video. There's a wasp tapping on the window outside. I hope you guys liked this video. If you're interested in more videos like this that are just kind of like reading lists and facts, let me know, and let me know what facts videos you would like to see. And also let me know down in the comments who you think shot first. Not in this film. It was very obvious that Han Solo shot first. But we all know what I'm talking about. Who shot first? Thank you so much for watching, guys. And Han Solo shot first. I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.